Having a chance recently to talk with my brothers and sisters, we all discussed our favorite stories of our dad. By doing this, we have come to realize how much we truly cherish these memories and the time we were able to spend with him. As his children, we also got to see his softer, more caring side that a lot of people who knew him didn't always get to see. He taught us a lot of valuable lessons that we will carry with us for the rest of our lives, and did so in a way that was both memorable and funny, starting with how to cook. On top of making amazing food, the comments that came along with him cooking were always guaranteed and were the parts that I personally looked forward to the most. Once the meal was done, he always took the first sample bite and his response was always the same. "Oh, that's killer." He would always follow that up by telling us that we won't like it and that he would just eat ours. Although his meals were good, crab dinners are the ones that will always hold a special place in our hearts. There was nothing better than spending a day at the dock with our dad, crabbing and fishing, then coming home to enjoy the food we spent all day catching. These dinners were truly special, and the joy they brought us as kids was indescribable. For us boys, it was always easy to tell when he was in a joking mood because we would receive a playful smack that would immediately be followed up with him squaring us up and shadowboxing us with air punches. Sound effects were always made for every air punch thrown. One of my favorite routines I had with him was watching the American Pickers TV show together. I loved hearing him tell me 5 minutes worth of information about every item they would find, and if they found something motorcycle related, the 5 minutes quickly turned into 20. The amount of knowledge our dad had was unbelievable, and he loved sharing that knowledge with his kids. One of our dad's happy places was the water, and I am sure that every kid, or maybe adult, that ever swam with him in his pool was on the receiving end of a pool throw. He's the only person I've ever known who could throw a human being around like that, and as kids, us siblings could not get enough of them. I think more than anything we will miss his jokes. They were repetitive, but they were funny, and you could always see the self-pride he had after telling them. Growing up, he would ask to feel our muscles, and I cannot tell you how many times I heard, "just like kneecaps on a sparrow." If you told him you had a headache, you know he was going to tell you a head like that ought to ache. I won't say it here, but anyone who has ever uttered the words, "come on," to our dad knew what his response was going to be. Your typical dad jokes, but he always delivered them perfectly, and they are all jokes that I know I will continue to tell. I want to finish up by sharing a few things that we really loved about our dad. He was always quick to tell us he loves us. He was always the first to ask us about any destination we travel to or adventures we go on. He wasn't afraid to tell us how proud of us he was. We loved that we knew our dad cared about us. 2 dogs, Big Dave, brother, cousin, uncle, friend, grandfather, dad. Regardless of what you knew him as, the impact he had on people's lives he was a part of was substantial. We love you, Dad, and we will all miss you very much.